Hey there YouTube, it's Bobi aka Paginator, and I'm here today with the Fairyloot unboxing. And as you might have seen in the thumbnail, I also have an additional package. This came from Book Depository, and we might as well just open this up and film it as well, right? We like to see books here. Wow, this is a first. Usually Book Depository sends one book at a time, but they sent 4 books in this package, and I ordered 5. So the other one that I got was Skin of the Sea, and I don't have it to hold up for you because I already took it to school, but if I can find a picture of the cover, I'll insert it here because it is gorgeous. It's kind of like a little mermaidish story, also to do with mermaid-like creatures who are supposed to usher souls of those who die on the ocean while in slavery to the next world, and our main character saves one of the people rather than taking care of their spirit. And because of that, she has to go on a quest to gain back approval of the Supreme Creator, or I can't remember exactly the name of it, but the god of the world, to make sure that the rest of her kind doesn't get punished for her actions. Up next from Book Depository, I have Gilded by Marissa Meyer, which is her new Rumpelstiltskin retelling. I've been very excited about this, and I got the Fairyloot Special Edition, but their box isn't going to ship out for a while, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to order a paperback copy from Book Depository, and it's pretty. Then we have Where the Mountain Meets the Moon. This is a Newbery Honor book from quite a while ago, and Gavin from How to Train Your Gavin talks about this book quite a bit. I will read the little blurb because it's short. It says, young Minley lives in the valley of Fruitless Mountain, where she and her parents spend their days working hard in the fields. At night, Minley listens to her father's tales about the Old Man of the Moon, who knows the answers to everything. Minley sets out on a quest to find the Old Man of the Moon. He will know how she can bring good fortune to her family. Along the way, she meets many magical friends, including a talking fish, a powerful king, and a dragon who can't fly. I have heard so many people, not just Gavin, talk about how much they love this book, so I'm excited to pick it up and read it. And lastly, we have 2 Victoria Schwab books, Tunnel of Bones and Bridge of Souls. These are books 2 and 3 in the series that begins with City of Ghosts. Is that the first title? I think City of Ghosts. Let's see if it lists it somewhere in here. I can't seem to find the list of the books in order in the series. For some reason, they're not listed in the front of this book like they are in every other book, so you'll have to take my word for it. I think the first one is in Edinburgh, Scotland, and I think some of the other ones take place in Paris and New Orleans. Yeah, this one has a map of New Orleans, and then there's a map of Paris in this one. So we are globe-trotting throughout this series. It is a middle grade series, I believe, and that's all I know. I'm sorry I don't have better information. Okay, now we're down to the Fairyloot box. Fairyloot did send out an email saying that there would be an item missing from this month's box, but they would send it with next month's box, and if you weren't going to get the next month's box, they would send it individually. They wanted to get this box out to people as soon as possible, so there we go. And without further ado, we shall open the box. Alright, the tape is cut. We're ready to take a peek inside. We see squiggles and a box. It's a mug. I remember them saying that they were going to include a travel mug in this box. So here's a first glance. We'll get it out of the box for you so we can see it in better detail. While I'm opening up the box, I will show you. It is inspired by Jade Fire Gold. I recently read that book, and we'll be talking about it in my November reading wrap-up whenever that posts at some point. And yeah. Alright, so we've got a silicone top and the band that goes around, and it feels like the cup is like plastic, like good solid hard plastic. It says, the heart is not a weakness. I think we might have gotten that quote when I got that book in another box. I can't remember if it was Fairyloot or Owlcrate, but I like it, and we have a dragon here, which is always a good thing for me. And I believe this is a phoenix down here. There are some good magical creatures in that book. Oh, we have a teeny tiny little box that says Rage of Dragons washi tape. Ooh, I love a good washi tape. I use washi tape in my bullet journal and for diamond painting as well. Oh, this is cute. Okay, we've got gold foiling on here. We have a flame, and then it says, "Let them think me a monster." And then more flames and dragons. Oh, so many dragons. I love it. Our next item is covered in squiggles that are stuck to it, so I'm going to take a moment to try to pull all of these off of it. I think it's to do with the texture of the fabric. So it is a washcloth kind of thing with a V.E. Schwab print on it. And the words say, "The world resists when you break its rules." And it says vicious microfiber cloth produced for Fairyloot. So microfiber cloths are really handy. You can use them as wash rags, you can use them as dust rags. They have multiple uses, and you probably already know this, so why am I telling you? Okay, I thought this next item was the book, but it's not. Oh, my Lanta, is this beautiful. Look at this. From blood and ash we will rise. And then on the back, we have the same design again without the words. There are sprayed edges that are like this crimson color. We have an elastic band and a ribbon bookmark. Oh my gosh, this is like a book review notebook. Look at this. Are all the pages the same? Yes, I think they are. Oh, this is exciting. So on each page, we have the same thing, and we have a place to put page count, the star rating, the title and author, the release date, the start date, the finish date. I've never tracked release dates on books before. That's interesting. And then there's a place for you to write your review. I love this. Oh, love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right, so I found this spoiler card, and the theme is Vengeance is Yours, and there's the art there. It says something about an enamel pin, and I didn't see one in the box, so unless it's hiding, that might be our missing item. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and guess that that's the missing item. And the tarot cards, I always rely on this because I never know who these characters are meant to be. We have the 7 and 8 of Pentacles. And the spoiler card says, "These are designed by @Legions and feature Malik and Karina from A Song of Wraiths and Ruin by Roseanne A. Brown." See, I wouldn't have known that anyway. I haven't read A Song of Wraiths and Ruin yet. I have a copy of it, I think. I might have to check the mess on the shelves behind me that you can't see to know for sure. But anyway, I haven't got to that one yet. So, pretty artwork though. Alright, we're ready for the book. Now, I did get spoiled as to what this book is before I even saw the spoiler card. I knew what the book was going to be. And it's a good one, I'll tell you that much. Let's peek. Yes, we have sprayed edges. Very bold, dark pink. Oh, newsletter, which we'll come back to in a minute. Bookmark, which matches the spoiler card. And here's the book. It is Jade Fire Gold by June C.L. Tan. As I said, I have already read this, but I'm excited to have a Fairyloot special edition. We have stencils on the edge. We've got a sword and some little curly cues. Okay, same pink on the bottom. Let's see what other fun things they have done for this edition. We have the author signature on a tip-in page. We have foiling on the book. Let's see if I can do this without ripping the dust jacket. So here is the cover, and we've got a foiled design of our two characters in fighting action here. And gold foil on the spine here, nothing on the back cover. And inside the dust jacket, we have some art. Alright, let's see if I can find out who the artist is on this. So the reverse of the dust jacket was done by @JHoka, and foil embossing on the hardcover by the same artist. Okay, so we'll take a look at the author letter and the Dust Jacket synopsis, and I'll tell you also my thoughts about this book. I'm really excited to have a pretty edition of this. I put the other edition that I had in my classroom library, and this will be a nice one. I can keep at home that won't get children's germs on it or have to be like stickered up. Here we go. We have this character art print, and it says, Dear Fairyloot reader, my maternal grandparents were a big part of my childhood. Growing up in Singapore, I spent my weekends and school holidays at their house. There, I would celebrate festivals like Chinese New Year and Mid-Autumn. I also had many sleepovers there with my cousins, and we would watch hours of wuxia films and TV shows. Often we pretended to be wandering heroes taking down villains and monsters. Jade Fire Gold is a story from this confluence of diaspora culture and my own nostalgia for these halcyon days filled with laughter and imagination. Some people's handwriting is tricky to read. Where did I leave off? I also wanted to write about young people finding their place in a tumultuous world while grappling with the weight of legacies left in their hands, and about messy families, found families, and familiar expectations, experiences that we can all relate to no matter what stage of life we're in. I'm excited to share my story with you, and I hope that, like the characters in this book, you too will realize that your destiny is in your own hands. Remember, the heart is not a weakness. With love, June. So now we'll read the Dust Jacket, and I will tell you my thoughts. In an empire on the brink of war, An is no one with no past and no family. Alton is a lost heir, his future stolen away as a child. When they meet, Alton sees in An a path to reclaiming the throne. An sees a way to finally unlock her past and understand her lethal magical abilities, but they may have to pay a far deadlier price than either could have imagined. And this is billed as Girls of Paper and Fire meets A Song of Wraiths and Ruin. It's an interesting combination. Like I said, I haven't read one of those, but I like the other one. And Joanne He, if you know that author, calls this beautifully rendered. So my thoughts on this book. Our two main characters, An and Alton, are very interesting. They both have very strong motives for the tasks that they're trying to accomplish. And it was interesting to see their paths cross and learn how they could possibly either hinder or help each other in their quests. One is very motivated by revenge. Another is very motivated by love and trying to do what she feels she must in order to save a particular family member. Both get thrown into a lot of conflict. There is a lot of violence in this, but also wasn't so much that I felt like it was too much for my middle schooler. So there's that, for whatever that's worth. I gave this a 4.5 out of 5 stars, which is pretty darn good. That means that I really enjoyed it. I was engaged in the story the whole time. I liked the characters. I'm kind of picky with my 5 stars. Or I'm trying to be more picky anyway. So it wasn't quite at 5 for me, but definitely worth your time, definitely worth a read, especially if you like fantasy and if you're interested in exploring or learning more about Chinese culture. This also gives a lot of cool information about that as well. Alright, that brings us to the end of the video. I hope you guys are all having a good week and a kind of low-key stress-free kind of week. So far mine is not going that way, but you never know what tomorrow will bring. So I am going to sign off for now and wish you a wonderful, magical, and bookish day. Happy reading. Adios.